What secret could ruin your entire life if anyone found out? When Ms. Armstrong handed back our chemistry tests, she accidentally gave me her sticky note along with my pathetic 64%. The yellow paper was stuck to the back of my test, and I didn't notice it until I got home and threw my backpack on my bed. When I looked, I couldn't believe my eyes. She accidentally gave me her password to our school's grading website. I stared at it for like 10 minutes knowing I should throw it away or return it, but that night I couldn't sleep thinking about that login just sitting in my desk drawer. At 2 a.m. I finally gave in and typed it into my laptop. My hands were shaking as the gradebook opened up, showing every single student's grades in all her classes. There was my name with that ugly 64% staring back at me. One click and I could change it to a 74%. Just 10 points, nothing suspicious. Nobody would know. I was sweating at school thinking someone would catch on, but then my friends started bragging. Dude, you're actually struggling in chemistry? Matt laughed at lunch while waving his 94% test in my face. Maybe you should study instead of gaming all like a loser. Joe piled on saying, yeah man, our grades literally mog yours. That night I logged in and dropped Matt's latest test from 94% to 84% and Joe's from 92% to 83%. Watching them freak out the next day trying to figure out what happened was better than Christmas morning. But everything changed when my parents made me a deal at dinner 3 weeks before finals. Get straight A's this semester and we'll buy you that PS5 you've been wanting, my dad said while cutting his steak. My mom nodded, adding, we know you can do it if you really apply yourself. I went crazy. Suddenly I wasn't just tweaking grades anymore. I was systematically changing every single assignment, test, and quiz to guarantee those A's. However, while I walked into chemistry feeling invincible with my new 96% average, Ms. Armstrong was staring at her computer, looking back and forth between it and me. These grades don't look right, she muttered to herself, but loud enough that I heard from my seat in the third row. Then she looked up directly at me, and our eyes met for just a second, but it felt like she could see straight through my soul into every lie I'd told. She pulled out her phone and started texting someone, and I knew I had to act fast. I shot my hand up asking to use the bathroom, but instead I sprinted to the library where I knew I could access a computer without anyone watching. My plan was simple, just change everything back to the original grades and pretend nothing happened. I was clicking so fast, trying to restore all the grades that I must have hit something wrong, because suddenly the entire gradebook system crashed. Not just Miss Armstrong's grades, but every teacher's grades for every student in the entire school. Error messages were popping up everywhere, and then the screen went completely black. I could hear teachers down the hall starting to freak out as their gradebooks disappeared. I quietly went back to class, but I could see the teachers freaking out. Then I heard it. The whole system is down. All the grades are gone. I locked myself in a bathroom stall, trying not to throw up. That night, I was screaming into my pillow, thinking my life was about to end. I was pacing around in my room, thinking I was about to get expelled over a PS5, when desperation gave me an idea. I created a fake email account and sent the school an anonymous message claiming to be a hacker, and just stared at the roof. 10 minutes later, our house phone rang, and I heard her talking to my principal. I knew this was it. I was dead. My mom answered while I stood frozen at the top of the stairs. Yes, I understand. I'll talk to him now. She hung up and called up to me. Hey, come downstairs! I was literally shitting myself. School's canceled tomorrow because of some computer hacker. I couldn't stop shaking. My grades never changed back, and actually got me into Harvard. But if anyone ever finds out, my life is over.